I can make it happen. That's exactly what we've seen. One game away from winning it all, guys. Here we go. We are going into game number 6. One game away from winning the $100 show match. In the blue, the Terran player. It is Liquid's Uthermal. And up here in the top left-hand side of Odyssey, in the red, the Zerg player. It is Sortof. Konglord says, you know what, Pig? You should really start cheesing earlier on in the day with Star-Lords, and some of the European guys can watch it. You know what? That's a great idea, Konglord. Right after we're done this show match today, I will start with Star-Lord play today. I'll mix things up. I usually save Star-Lord for the end of the stream. The reason for that is because I get tired and it's easy to cheese people at the end of the stream than at the, whereas macroing at the end is not as easy. But let's mix it up. Let's mix it up a bit, man. It should be awesome. Oh my god, yet again, Command Center first out of Uthermal. Now, guys, we know what build this is. We saw him do it on Ascension to Ire. It is going to be a double reactive factory follow-up into the Hellion Cyclone +1 pressure. Now, last time sort of tried to defend it with Lingbane Queen and a Spine Crawler. He got overwhelmed. I was saying I personally would love to see Roaches and Ravagers to defend it, but you can defend with Lingbane. You just need to be a little bit more prepared. And we're going to have to see if Sort of chooses to do that. For me personally, I see double reactive factory. Like, I feel like it's madness for a Zerg of my skill level, which admittedly is far lower than Sort of's, to not go Roaches. You might think Cyclones wreck Roaches, but you add in Ravages, you add in Creep, you add in Micro, and once you hit a certain count of Roaches and Ravages, I feel like Ravages are just like the best for defending any committed early pressure. You're going to have to see exactly how that ends up going. Of course. A few good discussions going on in chat. Some people are saying Bio is not viable versus Zerg. At the highest levels, in Europe especially, that seems to be the consensus. That being said, a lot of players struggling with Swarm Hosts with mech as well. So there's been a big debate about exactly how to get all that going. And it's weird. I'm not getting my alerts at all, am I? Or the sound effects anyway. That's fine. Whatevs. We can deal without sound effects. But yeah, I think it still comes down to, for most people on ladder, that you can play any style. We've even got Nerdchio in chat. So it's not Nerdchio, it's Nerdchio. He says, can you make a shout out to my girlfriend? Shout out to Enza Danino. What up? I hope you're very proud of your boyfriend Nerdchio. What an alias. What an ID. It's beautiful. Double Factory is down. All right, Double Factory. It's going to be that same build order, sort of. How are you going to deflect this? And most importantly, are you going to see it? Last time around, he scouted this with a Zergling. He didn't scout it very early, but he still scouted it. And that gave him warning, and he still died to the push. He lost his third base, got way behind, and then the rest of the game was him just slowly bleeding out on the floor while Uthermal repeatedly kicked him in the guts. The sound effects are on stream. Oh, I just can't hear them. Ah, okay. Cool. You know what? I might turn the sound effects off, actually. Make this one a little bit more YouTube friendly. I'm going to be streaming all of today without copyright music as well, actually, so I can throw up a few more VODs on YouTube for any epic games we have. We'll see how we go with it. Ophidian, laughing at Mutaverse Mech, he says that only works for those people who make zero Thors. Actually, the Muta switch, if you think about Rogue style, Rogue does a really clever Muta switch. But it's only after his Swarm Hosts like wear down the Thor count, Because he's got his Swarm Hosts, his Vipers are picking off the Vikings, and any Thors with Abducts. Ooh, Reaper's going to come in. CC first into Reaper. Reaper still finds a kill. Uthermal, you're a friggin' monster. Just get out. Every Zerg player collectively hates the spirit of Uthermal, I'm pretty sure. He embodies that Terran player on ladder who just always kills shit with his Reaper. It doesn't matter where it comes from, when it comes. It's a massive pain in the ass. Thankfully, though, sort of embodying the spirit of annoying Zergs, gets in with his 2 Zerglings, scouts everything, and has the warning. And you know what? Sort of agrees with me, guys. Cancels the Baneling Nest, makes a Roach Warren instead, or maybe it was an Eva. I'm not sure. I think it was a Baneling Nest. Makes a Roach Warren. He says, "Yeah, double reactor factory. I'm with Pig on this one. Let's just make some Roaches and Ravages and actually be safe against this." And don't get me wrong, you still need a whole bunch of Roaches and Ravages. The difference is, once you hit a certain point of Roach Ravager, you will lose almost no units shutting down Hellbat Cyclone. You will destroy the Hellbat Cyclone. Whereas Lingbane is always going to trade kind of just evenly with it at best. Maybe, like, unless you get, like, the perfect wraparound surround. Lingbane's always going to have to use up a lot of Banelings, which are obviously one-use suicide units. Hellions trying to surround here. Oh, sort of. His Zerglings weren't actually being controlled properly. They kind of run past there. Hellions get on the ramp. I mean, the Zerglings should be able to... Oh, fucking hell, man. Oh, God. 4 Hellions loose in the main. No, sort of with the miscontrol. He's going to lose a few drones here. Good pull on the drones, though. The Queens are coming forward. Another drone falls. Another drone does almost go down. Okay, not too bad. Oh, no, it is too bad. The Reaper's loose in the natural. He's got 5 kills. He was focus firing drones in the middle of this. Even though the defense in the main was good, the Reaper finds 5 kills. And like I said, Uthermal is a bloody Reaper, man. He's a psychopath. Manages to get a bunch of workers, but sort of has roaches out this time. He's got more workers. He's got 3 bases, somewhat stable. He's got a bit of creep. Sort of's in an okay position. It's not absolutely terrible as it's been in those earlier games. We're going to have to see how they transition from here. This was a heavily committed attack, but there is one more wave of it. 5 Cyclones, going to try and poke the front, maybe try and get a cancel on that gold. Actually, that could work really well. If they go for that gold base, that's an easy cancel, and the Hellions are going to run by in the natural at the same time. Sort of. Please do not 1A your whole army down there. Oh my god, he's going to do it. All of the roaches move south. The Cyclones baiting so hard. And the Hellions dive in on that natural as the entire army's out of position. Uthermal with the classic 1-2 punch. Wants to roast his way to victory here. He wants to close out this Showmatch series. He's going to kill so many of those drones. The Cyclones, meanwhile, do pull back. The 4th base on the gold does survive. But so many drones have already gone down. The Hellions trying to rotate into that main base. Finding more juicy worker kills. Not being focus fired perfectly. Cyclones, a few of those do go down to the roaches, but at the end of that brings it up to 20 worker kills. And Uthermal, this is the same story we keep seeing, sort of knocked back to effectively about 2 base economy up against a landed 3rd from the Terran. Starport now on the way, triple factory going. We've got 2-1 upgrades on the way. Uthermal in control of this game and sort of says, fuck you, man, I'm going to counterattack. I got to do something. And I think he might be able to get some damage done. Unfortunately for him, he has 0 units at home. And these Hellions are going to run in. And he's pulling his whole army home. No, sort of. This is the thing that Zerg nightmares are made of. His whole army's on the other side of the map. The Hellions are just going to kill whatever the hell they want. A single queen desperately trying to deal with it. More Hellions on the gold at the same time. I mean, he's going to get on the 3rd base and kill a few SCVs, but he just can't stop this Hellion run by right now. Even the queen dies in the natural. These Hellions going to start to roast even more. Oh my god, Uthermal, you monster. There's a reason we respect this guy so much. There's a reason he is one of the absolute best Terrans, and it's a little bit sad we aren't seeing him at BlizzCon this year. He has just brought it up to 46 workers killed. Sort of is like, oh man, 2 siege tanks and 3 cyclones. I'm not going to break that. So he's going to have to settle for just denying the 3rd. Meanwhile, yet another wave of barbecue coming in. Shut your eyes, Zerg players. Wipe away your tears. Oh, man. This is the worst way to lose as well. I can tell you, I've lost a lot of competitive matches to Hellions killing my economy over the years. And it's such a bad feeling as a Zerg. So, you know, please don't be hating on Sort of, guys. Like, it's Uthermal really is timing this out so well. He's splitting up his units perfectly. Just a few very small mistakes from Sort of is costing him a lot. And I mean, it's impressive that he's actually caught back up on workers. He's back up at 59 drones. Is Zerg just a broken race, guys? I don't know. Gold minerals apparently are pretty good in a game of StarCraft, I guess. Okay. He's still kind of got a chance, except for the fact that he only has +1 against 2-2 almost finished. And another Hellion run by, and his whole army's down at the gold. At this point, Sort of's entire mentality beginning to fray. He's falling apart mentally. All he sees is drones dying in a horrible flaming cesspool of death. Terran's laughing. He can see Uthermal spamming memes at him on Twitter afterwards, taking away his 1st place prize, Sort of saying, oh, god damn it. Well, loses another handful of drones, and check it out, the magic count has been hit. Uthermal up at 69 workers killed. He says, alright, we've done it, boys and girls. Time to stop killing drones. Time to do a frontal push and finish this game off. We've hit the magic count. And, yeah, Uthermal, man. Oh my god. He's actually too good right now. The only thing that would make Uthermal hotter right now would be a piano key necktie. And, yeah, I don't even know if that would help. He's just too good. Roaches actually do get a cancel on the gold base. That's cute. But there's tanks defending in the third. They're going to, like, run to their death if they go down there. Roaches, Ravages, Hydra's going to try and slow down this push. The tank's trying to get in range of that gold base. Clearing up the creep is Uthermal. And this tank is going to get in range. Hellion on the high ground. What do you do here as sort of? Your drones are forfeit once again. Oh, no! He went over 69 workers killed. He ruined it. Roaches and Ravages and Hydras coming around the top side as well. Good angle of engagement for sort of. Doesn't really have the numbers though, so even if he clears this up, he's going to lose almost everything. Looks like he's not even going to be able to clear it up. Those Cyclones just too tanky in the front line. 2-2 upgrades versus just 0-1. And yeah, man, even these siege tanks just aren't dying. Zerglings finally getting on top of them, but just finish off the bloody siege tanks. Oh my god, and more Hellions come in. That's going to be all she wrote, boys and girls. Uthermal, the god of mech, just too good with his harassment. Never thought I'd be saying Uthermal, the god of mech, but I guess that's a thing now. Okay. Sort of. Basically taking one for the Zerg team here. We've all been there. 89 workers killed. Non-stop push from Terran. There's more Hellions than there are Zerg units, and that's never a good sign. Uthermal takes the game. And takes the series, 4-2, guys. I mean, that was it. That was it. Just too good with his harassment openings. Sort of. You know, he had a few wins in those very aggressive games, both defending Uthermal's cheese and executing his own cheese. But in the longer games, Uthermal just a little bit too good for him, guys. Takes it down, 4-2. Fantastic series. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. Of course, it will be $70 to the winner, Uthermal, $30 to the loser. And GG, well played, guys. Fantastic series. Appreciate the games. Please DM me your PayPal on Twitter for the prize. 70 to Uthermal, 30 to Sort of. Awesome.